The time is 4 a.m.
in Chicago. The time is 4 a.m. in Chicago. So good morning, everyone, to the Chicago 4 a.m. stream. Did you know it's 4 a.m. in Chicago right now? I wonder if the people in Chicago know it's 4 a.m. right now. 4 a.m. is such a magical time. It's the time of night where... Why are you awake? Why are you awake? Nightmare says hello. Hello, Nightmare. Welcome. 4 a.m. is... What the hell? Like, even though midnight is the middle of the night, would you guys agree that midnight is like not the middle of the night? You know what I mean? Like 4 a.m. is the middle of the night. Like at 3 a.m. you would say, "Oh, you stayed up late." You know? You stayed up late. You know, 2 a.m. you'd say you stayed up late, right? At 5 a.m., isn't that like when you consider it's like the next day? Right? 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., that's the next day. Right? But 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m., you're just like, that's really late. Right? No one should be up at 4 a.m. If you're up at 4 a.m., if you're in the central time zone right now in America, why? Why are you watching my stream at 4 a.m.? By the way, Bryce, want to hear a Minecraft tip? Sure. I'll take just the tip, though. Just the tip. That's all I need, just the tip. But thank you. That sounds wonderful. It sounds wonderful. So what's just the tip? What's your tip, my friend? Is the tip, let's only play Minecraft at 4 a.m.? Because if that's the tip, that's a great tip. Time is 4 a.m. Isn't this satisfying? I think this pathway is satisfying. Even though it's not all the same blocks, yeah. But I think it's satisfying. Do you know the stronghold spawn under a village? Almost always. Yeah, they almost always do on Bedrock. Almost always. Except if it's really far away, honestly. Most of the time, whenever I found it's far away. Now, again, it might be an exception for me, or it might be a just really rare occurrence that it happens so many times. But this has happened so many times for me, where if I was going to, let's say, a stronghold 20,000 blocks away, I always found it in the ocean. It was always in the middle of an ocean. Always spawn under a village in Minecraft Bedrock? Yeah. Yeah, yeah, they pretty much always do. They pretty much always do. Except for, again, the one time where it, actually, no, there's been a few occasions where I've had to, go to strongholds that were really far away, like hyper far away. And anytime I did that, they were always under an ocean, and like you can see them in the ocean. It was so weird. Oh, I remembered. It was over here. Alright, next time, I should have been doing this for ages. Next time I'm going to put a torch where I left off so I can see it. I feel like I should have been doing that for ages, but I just haven't. I kind of really want to get a horse in here to help me with this, but I'm scared they're going to like fall off or something, or I'm going to fall off. Bryce, why are you doing this? Because I'm autistic. That's why. But good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 4 a.m. stream. Welcome to 4 a.m. time. I just watched Wreck-It Ralph in 3D, and it was great. Forgot how good Wreck-It Ralph was. It was so good. I cried. There were multiple times where I choked up in Wreck-It Ralph. Have you guys seen Wreck-It Ralph? It's a good one. It is a good one. Do you know villagers are the stupid mob in the game? They're pretty dumb. They can open doors, and that always impressed me. But yeah, they're pretty not smart for the most part. Trying to think, is there anything that... Well, actually, they do an okay job from running away from zombies, actually. They do an okay job doing that. As far as AI is concerned, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're one of the stupidest, if not the stupidest. Is that true? Or is it more so, I don't know if that's true. Now that I think about it. I think they do have some level of intelligence. If you burn them next to a water pool and burn them, they don't go in the water. Other animals don't either. On Bedrock. I actually heard that on Java, if you burn an animal, they will actually hop into the water as fast as possible. That's impressive. I didn't know that. So that might be a fact on Java. That'd make more sense. Yeah. Okay, sounds good. I know that I also play Java. Oh, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. I want them to just combine Java and Bedrock. Or honestly, just get rid of Java. But Bedrock needs to be better than Java before that happens. But I think one day that'll happen. I think one day they'll make it happen. It's been so long you played Minecraft. Java, yeah. It's been a long time without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. That's all the lyrics to that song that I know. I don't even know the name of that song. Have you heard Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever song? I actually didn't listen to it for a pretty long time. I normally listen to Billie Eilish like immediately when she releases something. But for that one I didn't. For whatever reason, I thought that was going to be a corny song. I thought it was going to be like... Yeah, I thought it was going to be a corny song. But no, it's not, actually. It's really good. In fact, I think it's her best song yet. I actually think that. So if you haven't seen her do it, go do it. I really like it. It is intense. I think the right term is the vibrato. Vibrato. Yeah. It gets really... It grows. I might not even be using that word correctly. But it is great. I can't play it on stream because copyright, but go listen to it now. I wonder when Billie Eilish posts her own song on YouTube if she gets copyright striked for it. Now, yeah, I really wonder that. My guess is she actually does, and then she shows YouTube that she has permission to use it, and then they take it away, and then she makes it public. That's my guess. That is my guess. People complain about the YouTube copyright system nowadays, and you know what? Honestly, it's not even that bad. It's not even as bad as it used to be. It used to be so bad. So Bryce, when you are thinking of inviting me to a different realm, here's the thing. You want the honest truth? Here's me being honest. We need this channel to grow in popularity for there to even be a reason for the other realms. Does that make sense? The other realms are there for overcrowding purposes. And so it gives like the elite people a place to go. But if there's not enough people in Minecraft hell, then there's no point in the other realms yet. I know that's like, Bryce, just effing invite me to the other realms. I get it, but I'm not even really playing them right now. I think I'm gonna like reintroduce them once we get a bigger following on this channel. I'll start playing them and inviting more people to it. But yeah, I mean, Nightmare, you've been sticking around for some time, so if there's anyone that is gonna get an invite, it will likely be you. However, just, you know, keep playing Minecraft Hell when I'm on, or other mods are on. I know other mods are not as on as they used to be, but some are. Yeah, that's what I would say. That's what I would say. But we remember the challenge on 1K subs on your main channel. Oh, I remember. I still plan on it. I will be doing that. I'll be doing that on the main channel too. You get to play Minecraft but can't use tools. I'm not allowed to use anything. If a single item enters my inventory, I have to start over. Beating Minecraft with nothing. And I really hope that seed that I was using works. I should probably test it before I do it. Yeah, I definitely need to test it before I do it, now that I think about it. So hopefully we get to 1,000 by the next update. Because there's a chance that when the next update comes out, that it messes up the seed I'm going to use, and the challenge will no longer be possible. So we need to get to 1,000 before that happens. By the way, can I spectate you in your world when you were playing? No. Appreciate it. But, no, just because it is in survival, and even though you are, even if you're a visitor, you can still, like, lead creepers to places and explode things, and, you know. Yeah, the people who play in this world have the ultimate trust card. And they have to be here for a specific purpose. To build stuff. So the people who are allowed to play in this world is a very small list. Just give me invisibility and slow falling. So I did just say this isn't survival, so I can't just give you those things. There's no cheats in this world. But the answer is no. And I don't know if you know this, but another like rule that I have about realms and invites is if you keep asking for it, then I might not ever give it to you. So I know you're asking a lot. So I would recommend stop where you are. No worries, my friend. How was your day today? What did you do? Do people not get the notification? Or maybe just because it's 4 a.m.
The time is 4 a.m.
Played Skywars, nice. And CubeCraft, and a hacker hacked me and you got banned. Oof, that sucks. Yeah, hackers are bogus. You did get the notification today? That's good. That's good. I also think you got the notification for the Jack 2 video stream. I'm surprised my dad did not stream last night. Enderman, you're totally in my way. Thank you. Can you believe we're already at 60 subscribers on this channel? Blows me away. You found a hacker in Minecraft Hell? Of course you did. That's what hackers do. They hang out in Minecraft Hell. Wait, I mean hacker, not the people that bought hacks. Yeah. I don't really know what the difference is. If they're hacking, it doesn't. I don't care if they bought the hack or they just hacked by themselves for free. I don't care. They're just hacking. Jeff says, "Hello there, Bryce. How you doing? Hey, Jeff, how's it going? Today I had gay sex. How did you? How did you have sex today? If you had sex today. And if you didn't have sex, then how was your day? What else did you do today?" That hacker name is Master Hacker without a number. Oh, okay. Wait, what? But good. Feeling good today. Sweet. I'm glad you're feeling good today. Did you know it's 4 a.m. in the Chicagoland area? Or the Central Time Zone? It's 4 a.m. Isn't that magical? That's the time for church. 4 a.m. is time for church. So we both have the same time then. I do? I'm not in Central. I am in whatchamacallit, the Pacific time zone. Yep, sounds about right. And might I ask, why are you awake watching me at 4 a.m.? Why do Americans watch me at 4 a.m.? It blows my mind. I have to go to school, just woke up. Oh, okay. Why am I awake at 4 a.m.? Well, it's 2:30 a.m. for me. It's 2:30 a.m. for me. Why not use slabs instead of cobble? I just want to get rid of the cobblestone. The goal is not to make as big of a platform as possible. The goal is to just get rid of the cobblestone. Does that make sense? So if I turn it into slabs, it'd take twice as long. But I want to make something slightly useful out of it. Hope that answers your question. It's 17 p.m. for you. Nice. Okay. Yeah. Did you guys see the Jack 2 Let's Play today? It was fun. I thought it was funny, actually. Or have you guys seen the Crash Twinsanity Let's Play on the main channel? That game is like the best game ever made. Also, I have a realm which people can join. It has no cheats, and I've finally paid for it in over 5 months. Nice. Yeah, you watched the Crash Twinsanity? Nice. Yeah, isn't it good? I love that game. I go back and watch it all the time. That is a fun Let's Play. And I love the music throughout the whole thing. New friend as your list. Nice. Also, where's Jack 2 video on which channel? On the main channel. On Bryce Barnett. You're subscribed, right? To Bryce Barnett? And make sure you're subscribed. If you have alternate accounts, make sure those are subscribed too. Because we got to get to 1,000 scribbles. You never got the notification? What? What? Yeah, make sure you turn on notifications. Make sure they're set to all notifications. That's weird that you're not getting notifications. Did you get all that cobblestone from clearing the mountains? Yes. You have them on, but never got it. Interesting. Well, if you keep watching the videos on my channel, again, I post a video every day. So like, if you're someone that's like, hey, I'm gonna watch the Let's Plays that Bryce has no matter what, and you don't get a notification, that doesn't mean I didn't post. I 100% did. You just have to go check. That makes sense. Yeah, if you didn't get the notification, sometimes YouTube thinks, oh, like, actually, this will probably happen. Ever since I switched from Minecraft to other videos, less people watch, so YouTube thought that people did not want to watch the content. So even though they had notifications turned on, they just decided not to notify anybody. That is my interpretation of what happened. If you say you have notifications turned on but you're not getting it. So basically how you fix it is you just watch the videos anyway, and then YouTube figures out, oh hey, this person definitely wants to watch these videos, we'll notify them. Can you God bridge? I can. I don't want to. The dude makes Roblox says, what's up? Hey, what's up, that dude? What's up?
The time is 4 a.m.
It's 4 a.m. in Chicago time zone. In the central time zone in the United States, it's 4 a.m. I got all the cobblestone from not really clearing mountains actually, but just clearing a bunch of land and flattening it. You get a lot of cobblestone, and I'm just like sick of it taking up all of my chests. So I'm like, screw it. I'm just gonna make a giant floor in the end with it. Because who likes falling into the void in the end? Not me. So I'm just gonna make a floor so you can't fall in, or it'd be a lot more challenging to fall in. $5 a.m. Nice. Also, something I need to do in this world before the update is grab some deep slate coal and deep slate emeralds and deep slate copper, because apparently after the update that won't exist. Apparently. Also, in a year or two, Bryce will have like 5K subs or 10K subs or even more. I appreciate that. But we're not going to get there without your help. Whoever your friend is, I need you to go tell your friend, hey, subscribe to this guy. He's funny. He says pee-pee jokes. And you can play Minecraft with us. If you subscribe, then you can join his realms. And they're fun. Subscribers don't just happen. You have to make it happen. No subscription happens with just me alone. You guys are the subscribers. Does that make sense? You guys are the ones that feed it. You guys watch my content. You guys are the ones that help YouTube recommend the content. You know what I mean? How many subscribers I had is not an achievement that I have done. It is an achievement that you guys collectively have done. I have done nothing. You guys made 1,000 subscribers happen. I just made some videos. But you guys collectively came together and said, yes, this. And I'm fortunate, and I'm grateful for that. Also, the good news is I'm almost out of cobblestone, and I'm so excited to get rid of all of it. Believe it or not. It took a long time to get to this point. I'm surprised anyone wants to watch this. Is this peaceful or entertaining to any of you guys? I'm just curious. Is it calming? Or does it fill you with anxiety? At the chance that I will fall off and lose everything. Are you, Jeff? Are you? Or am I here too? Jeff, do you actually find this entertaining? I'm surprised you're watching. I'm just curious. Is this relaxing? Is it interesting? It's entertaining and nice? Huh. I appreciate it, Jeff. And Hydra has joined. See, Jeff, anytime anyone has ever been like, well, I'm the only one in chat, somebody else comments, pee pee poo poo, and then they're like, oh shit, and they pee pee and poo poo. And hello, Hydra, how's it going? I appreciate your face, Hydra. Welcome back. Did you know that it is 4 a.m. in Chicago? Nice. Yes, Hydra. It must have been a minute. But Hydra, did you know that I'm building a floor in my end? Because why have the endless void when you can have a floor? Floors are cool, right? Floor cool, floor cool. Well, if you keep saying you're only one, then more will come. Yes, that is true. That is true. Hydra says hashtag floor cool. Yeah, floor gang. Not void gang. I don't like the idea of falling into the void. So let's just make a floor. Have you ever put flooring in your house? It costs like $10,000 per room on average. Also, can you guys hear the fan in the background? Or is it... I heard it's either very faint or they didn't even know it was there. I'm just curious. You barely hear it. It's like a 3 out of 10. Interesting, interesting. Okay. Why are you holding a map in the end? That is a great question. And the reason is, I like holding my map. The map is cool. I mostly use it for the overworld. What is the time now? The time is almost 3 a.m. for me. 4 p.m., 4 a.m. No, it's almost 5 a.m. in the central time zone. And in mountain time zone, it's almost 4 a.m. 4 a.m. I really think this task them doing is ridiculous. Just absolutely ridiculous. It's 3:30 for you? Really? Are you in Australia? Because in Australia, I believe they do the half-hour time zones, where the rest of the world does it by the hour. 3:30 p.m.? Oh my gosh. Oh, I guess there's another country that does it by the half hour. That is interesting. What? Hydra, what country are you from? And do you hail Hydra? You're in India. Nice. I went to India and Little Big Planet. It was fun. If you haven't seen that episode yet, then make sure you see that episode where we went to India. It was fun. Hail Hydra? Nope. Alright, so no Hail Hydra. No Hail Hydra. Who do you worship then? If you don't worship Hydra, then who do you worship? What cloud wizard do you worship? Which one? BRB. Alright, sounds good. Do you believe in God? Well, Hydra, the important question is, do you? Do you believe? Do you believe in God? Did you comment I didn't miss it? Nope, looks like you didn't. Yeah, sure. Sweet. So why do you believe in God, Hydra? Why do you believe in God? What makes you believe? How are we created? How are we alive? Yeah, I can answer that. Why is there a word named magic? So why is there a word named magic? Alright, so you've three different questions. How are we created? How are we alive? Those are almost the same question, and then why is there a word named magic? So I'll answer the magic one first, because I feel like that's easier. Well, in the English language, we need to use words to describe things. Hey Jeff, how's it going? We're answering Hydra's questions. So, yeah, why is there a word for magic? Well, what do we find that was magic? As well, because we can all agree that magic is not like real, right? Like we can agree on that, right? It's like a show, right? So it's a trick, basically. It's an illusion. Anything that's magic is something that we think is a miraculous, unexplainable event. But of course, all magic can be explained, right? So, seems tough. Yeah. All right. So, all right. Then you said, why are we created? Why are we alive? Or how are we created? Why are we alive? Yeah, great question. So, how are we created? Well, we could start from the beginning, or we could just start from now and then work backwards. I feel like a lot of people start from the beginning, so let's just start now and work backwards. So, long time ago, you got your parents, right? And you'd agree that your parents, that you are a combination of your parents, right? In Hindi, magic equals jadoo. Cool. I don't know what jadoo is. Also, if you think about it, you know how we die and then QE go to other bodies, then how would we know if we died yet and how many bodies has our soul went through? Jeff, I don't know. But yeah, so you know how you look like your parents, right? But you're not an exact copy every time of half of your mom and half of your dad. Right? You're not an exact copy. Because if you were, then that means all of your brothers and sisters would look exactly alike. Right? Does that make sense? All of your brothers and sisters would look exactly alike. You guys following me here? So that means that every single time people have kids, or anybody, or any almost all living things has offspring, they will always look different on purpose. Not just look different, but their DNA is ever so slightly different every time. It's what is called change with descent. And when you have a bunch of changes over time, let's just say, I will ask some questions. Are you ready? Hydra, I'm already answering your question. You can ask the next question once I'm done answering your other questions. But what language do deaf people think in? Well, if you're from America, then American Sign Language. Like, what do you mean? There's specific languages that deaf people... Alright, Jeff, I hope they answered that question. Right, so there's change with descent, right? How to put a cat in a fridge? Well, you open the fridge, and then you put the cat in the fridge, and then you are finished. Yeah, you've completed the assignment. But, yeah, so there's change with descent, right? So, and let's just say that one of your brothers is taller than you, right? One of your brothers is taller than you. Now, does that make you any less of a person or any less cool? No, but let's just say one of your brothers is taller than you. And let's say that you guys love basketball. Right, you guys love basketball. Now, your brother will naturally be better at basketball because he is taller. Does that make sense? And there was no particular reason for that. That was just random chance. Right? Gotcha. So your brother is ever so slightly taller and is going to be better at basketball than you are, right? And let's say for whatever reason, all you guys had to do to feed your families was play basketball, and whoever was better made more money and had a better life, right? So you'd agree that him being taller helped his life, right? Now, when you have kids and your brother has kids, you guys would also think that your brother's kids would most likely be taller than your kids if your brother is taller than you. Does that make sense? Now, let's say from your brother's kids, he has one son that is slightly taller than the other. You would also agree that son is going to do even better at basketball. Does that make sense? And so he's going to make even more money because he's even more taller. And not because there was any particular reason for that. It was just random chance because there is change with descent. That is a natural law of making babies, right? We can all agree on that. Kids Pro 030 says, "Can I come in the realm?" Yes, you can, Kids Pro. Absolutely. Kids Pro, I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Are you a returning subscriber or are you a new subscriber? Welcome. Welcome. And are you also subscribed to my other YouTube channels, which are linked in the description? So if you're a returning subscriber, make sure you are also subscribed to those other channels as well. All right, so does that make sense? So Kids Pro's a new subscriber. Yay! So Kids Pro, welcome to the sub club. As you guys know, whenever we get a new subscriber, with their permission, of course, I suck their toes. Yep, that's right. And it sounds a little bit something like this. Yep. So welcome, Kids Pro. Welcome to the channel. Hope you enjoy it here. All right. So also, Kids Pro, make sure you subscribe to my other YouTube channels as well, so you can see all my uploads. This is actually my secondary channel. You will see my main channel in the description called Bryce Barnett's. There's also my vlog channel and then my news channel called Purple Toilet News. So make sure you subscribe to those as well. And if you want to, you can also subscribe to my dad. He's almost at 100 subscribers. That's pretty cool. All right, so, but anyways, how you get the code for the realm, all you got to do is just send me a screenshot of you being subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. That's all you got to do. It's really easy. You can send that screenshot to my Twitter. My Twitter is also linked in the description as well. That's all you got to do. And if you don't have a Twitter, then you make one. Then you make one. And if for some reason you just don't feel like making one, that's totally fine. You can just watch the channel, hang out with us, and we'll be your best friends forever. Yay! Sus. Yes, I love Among Us. I want to play Among Us soon. So from much time you are playing Minecraft. Or how much time? I don't know. But it's now 4 a.m. Mountain Time. We have learned that. All right, so Hydra, we've explained change with descent, right? You like totally understand that, and natural selection. Natural selection simply means that because of change with descent, animals and plants, all life, naturally changes over time to better suit its surroundings. Because the ones that are not better suited for the surroundings will either not have kids or they'll die before they have kids. Does that make sense? But the ones who are better suited for the surroundings will have kids. And therefore will be better off. Does that make sense? What's the heaviest block in Minecraft? It's probably a shulker box filled with gold blocks. That's what I'm going to say. You subbed to every channel, Kids Pro? Yay! You're the best Kid Pro in town. But yes, like I said, in order to get the code, all you got to do is just send me a screenshot of you being subscribed to the channel with notifications turned on. So all you got to do, it's really easy. You can send that screenshot to my Twitter. My Twitter's linked in the description. And if you don't have a Twitter, then like I said, you just make one. You just make one. Okay. So, yes, block of gold. Yes. Alright, so because there's change with descent and there's natural selection, beings change over time, which creates new lineages, and eventually, when you have the same population breeding in the same area without mixing with others, then it causes new species to form. Now, if you crossbreed, then that stops that from happening. But, here's something that's interesting. Maybe you have or have not thought of this, but you know how there's different races? There's like white people and black people, and then you got your Pacific Islanders, and you got your Asians, and then you got your... Did they say all of them? Is that all of them? Is Latino one? Or Latin America? Ah, well. I probably mixed up one of those. But anyways, you got all these different races, right? If we did not interbreed, if humans were isolated from each other, after a really, really, really long time, they would actually make different species of humans. Well, Bryce, what counts as different species? So, a different species is combined. It is combined? A different, no, not combined. Defined. A different species is defined when one cannot produce viable offspring with another. So, for example, in Minecraft, horses and donkeys are different species, right? Now, can they make a baby? They can, right? They can make mules. But can you breed mules in Minecraft? No, you cannot, and you can't in real life either, because they have to produce viable offspring. Viable offspring is defined as the children of two species have to be able to produce more children. Does that make sense? That's why wolves and dogs are technically the same species, because you could breed any dog with a wolf and they will have viable offspring. They are technically the same animal. And there's just lots of different breeds of dogs, right? But any dog can breed with another dog and make more dogs. You guys can agree with that, right? That's why. But a dog cannot breed with a bear and produce viable offspring. Make sense? Cool. Please play Bed Wars. Hydra, I'm answering your question. I'm answering your question. You asked, how are we created and how are we alive? Right, so I'm kind of answering the how are we created question first. So a long time ago, different animals' ancestors were actually the same. For example, bears and dogs actually have a close ancestor not too far off. However, it went extinct. But if you go back far enough, they were actually the same ancestor. Okay? So a long time ago, like, does that make sense? Like, there's two different species, and if you go back in time far enough, eventually they actually have the same grandparents. You get that? Get the idea? Okay. So, and that is a proven fact, by the way, as we've just talked about. You cannot refute the change with descent. A long time ago, we shared an ancestor with chimpanzees. They are our closest cousin in the animal kingdom. How do we know that? Well, a couple reasons. Number one, DNA. Number two, there's actually a fossil record showing literally the changes throughout time that you can track chimpanzees and humans back together. And you can find that in the rocks and where they are layered in the rocks. And there's so much evidence to conclude that that is how it works, because it repeats itself to be in the correct spot time after time after time after time again. So that is proven to be correct. So if you go back far enough, then all the other great apes, which are also orangutans and bonobos and gorillas and humans, those are the great apes. They all combine into one ancestor a long time ago, which is now extinct. And you keep going back, and eventually all mammals, all of them, have the same ancestor. You keep going back even further, and all birds and reptiles have the same ancestor. Go back even further, all amphibians and reptiles and mammals and birds all have the same ancestor. You go back even farther, then all fish and amphibians and reptiles and mammals and birds all have the same ancestor. You go back even further and further and further, then eventually cephalopods, which are like octopus and squid, and what you call it, arthropods, which are like insects and crabs, like anything with like a shell, like anything that not turtles, but anything that has like an exoskeleton, right? Those are arthropods. So like spiders. You go back far enough, all animals, even sponges and starfish, all come from the same ancestor. You go back even farther than that, even farther, because you again, you could trace the fossil record all the way back. Even farther than that, all fungi and microorganisms and plants and all animals have the exact same ancestor all the way back. And when you go back that far, eventually you find a species. I forget the name off the top of my head. You'll have to Google it. But there's a species of living thing that did not have change with descent. Like, what? How could there be a being that did not have change with descent? Well, a long time ago, at the very beginning of life itself, there was a creature that did not have change with descent. So this creature literally just copied itself over and over and over again perfectly every time. That's all it did. For hundreds of millions of years it did this. Hundreds of millions of years. And if you don't understand, that is a beyond fathomable long of time. Okay? Now how did something that never changed eventually change? Well, let's say there is a 1 in 100 million chance that, like, lightning or waves crashing together or lava or some, like, natural events, there's like a 1 in 100 millionth chance that one time in 1 year all those things would come together and force at least one of those trillions of single-celled organisms to develop the ability to change with descent, even though it's a ridiculously low chance. Something that has the chance in a 1 in 100 million chance of happening, when you give it 100 million years to happen, then it doesn't become unlikely anymore. Then it actually becomes a certainty. Does that make sense? It's like if I gave you a die, like dice. All right, so I gave you one die, and if you rolled a 6, you'd get $1 million. But there's a 1 in 6 chance of that happening, right? And so you might be like, oh well, if I don't roll a 6, I won't get $1 million, right? So you probably will not. But if it gave you 6 days to do it, and you got to roll once each day, then that means that there's actually a certain chance that on one of those days you are likely to get the $1 million. Does that make sense? So just because something is unlikely doesn't make it impossible. If given enough time, it actually becomes very likely. Does that make sense? So even though something that was super unlikely, given 100 million years, then it becomes certain. Right? Also, it's like the same thing with the with coronavirus. It's like, well, what are the chances that coronavirus evolves to be even worse than it is? Well, let's say it's like a 1 in let's say it's a 1 in 10 million chance, right? Well, when 10 million people get COVID, then it becomes certain, and that's why there's a new Delta variant going around, and people are like, "What? How is there a new variant?" Well, COVID spread to 10 million people, so if just one of those people it evolved in and got a new variant, that's all it needed. Does that make sense? That's why there's new variants. So how do you stop variants? You get effing vaccinated. And you don't let it spread. Because when it spreads, that's when it creates the new variants. Does that make sense? It's all the same thing. We're talking about literally all the natural selection, same thing. Alright? So, that's that. Let me grab this obsidian over here. Alright? So, well, Bryce, where did life come from itself, though? Alright, so I think that answers how are we created. Right? I think that answers how are we created. Now I'm going to answer how we're alive. Okay. How are we alive? Well, something had to start life, right? So, the chance of life being created. So DNA, life itself, single-celled organisms, at the very base of life, all starts with deoxyribonucleic acid, which is, of course, DNA. And then that is the building block of all life, and it tells life what it needs to be. That is a molecule. It's an extremely complex molecule, but it is a molecule. Which means it's just made up of a bunch of atoms in a specific order. So, let's say there's like a 1 in a gazillion chance of that happening. Of that deoxyribonucleic acid actually forming. Well, when you give it like 10 billion years on planet Earth, most of planet Earth's life, like literally 9/10 of all of planet Earth's existence, there was no life. Think about like how long life has actually been on the planet. 90% of the Earth's existence didn't have any life. Does that blow your mind? 90%. I might be slightly off on that. I think it might be anywhere between 75% to 90%. But like the vast majority of Earth's life, there was no life on it. Because the chances of life were so small, but given that Earth was in a perfect spot and it had all the ingredients to make it, which is simply oxygen and carbon and nitrogen, and I think I'm missing another one. What's the other one? Hydrogen? Something like that. And you needed all the things for life. Well, let's say the chances were like 1 in a billion. Well, when you give it 10 billion years, then life's probably gonna show up. Does that make sense? So what has to happen to create life? Well, basically, between lightning and mud and lava, and it basically just needs to take all those molecules and give it the perfect condition to create DNA just once. It has to do it just one time. And the chances are like 1 in a billion. Well, when you give it 10 billion years, it becomes extremely likely. Does that make sense? It just had to do it one time. If there was ever a chance that it would ever do it, even once, that's enough to create life. And it did. And that's why we're here. And it did. In fact, there was even a test done to see if you can create life by doing the same thing. And scientists actually did that. So it was actually tested and proven that you could do it again. So if we can prove that we can make it happen on purpose, then given enough time, it's only a logical conclusion that it can also happen on accident. Well, Bryce, where did all of the hydrogen and oxygen come from? Where did that come from? Well, glad you asked. All of those things come from inside of a star. What is a star? Well, basically a star is a bunch of hydrogen, most of the time. It's a bunch of matter, I should say, that comes together, and it becomes so hot. How long you want to stream? I don't know, till I'm too tired, basically. But a star is where there's so much mass in one area that it causes the giant ball of mass to ignite and start fusing the matter together because there's just so much of it. Can we meet in Minecraft hell? Sure, why not? Sure, why not? Somebody messaged me on Twitter. I'm just curious. Let me check. Nope, nothing yet. Waiting for, what was it? Kid something to join? Alright, so start. Yeah, so it ignites. It starts fusing, right? So, hydrogen fuses together to create helium, and then helium fuses together to create other elements, and then those elements fuse together to create other heavier elements, and they keep doing that. Oh, there's more up there. They keep doing that, and that's how you get elements. Well, but Bryce, those are inside of the star. How do they get outside of the star? Well, all those elements get outside of a star by an event called a supernova. A supernova is the biggest explosion in the universe. It is when a supermassive star dies. What happens is the star is so heavy. So freaking heavy. And there's so much mass that it causes all of the elements to be created inside of it. By the way, in survival, okay. How to get create the proto is a blast. Cool. So, when you're inside of a star, it creates a bunch of elements. Now, these elements can fuse together because, now, I'm not a scientist, so I'm gonna roughly paraphrase this. But basically, all the elements, when you give it enough energy, they fuse together. However, not every element can do this. And the first element on the periodic table that cannot do this is iron. So when a star starts to create iron, in the middle of it, when a star is big enough to start creating iron, it is considered doomed. Because the iron does not use the energy to make new elements. It just absorbs it. That's what iron does. That's one of its properties. So when a star starts to create iron, it very quickly runs out of energy. And the reason why a star doesn't completely just blow apart is because it's so heavy with all the mass crushing it. Well, Bryce, why doesn't it just crush itself into nothing? Well, because there's so much fuel exploding at the same time that it goes outward. So that's why stars, for the most part, stay the same size, because they're trying to crush themselves, but at the same time, they are exploding and trying to expand. So it's a fight between the nuclear fusion and the wanting to expand from the nuclear fusion. Oh, and the gravity. Excuse me. However, when a star starts to create iron, it can't nuclear fuse anymore. Which means that it very quickly runs out of the ability to keep its mass. Not keep its mass. Keep its size. So what happens to a star when there's no nuclear fusion? The entire star crushes the whole thing. There's no more outward energy, so it all crushes and takes all of the elements and all of the energy that's inside of it, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller, speeding up as fast as it possibly can. So much to where all of the mass of the entire star is literally infinitely small into a single point. There's so much energy in that point that it can't absorb all of it. So all of the stuff that it can't absorb, it explodes. And that explosion is so intense that it creates all of the other elements on the periodic table after iron in that one instant. And then that is what gets blasted into the universe. At the same time, it also creates a black hole. Every single supernova always creates a black hole at the same time. And so that's how all the elements got into the universe. That's how that happened. Well, Bryce, what about where did hydrogen come from? You said it all starts with hydrogen, right? Where does hydrogen come from? Well, hydrogen is the simplest element. It's just protons. No, that's it. It's just a proton and then a single electron. Well, Bryce, where does that come from? Well, energy itself naturally turns into a proton. You're the base of Minecraft house really far away. Nice. Yeah, so energy itself basically turns into a proton. And then electrons are also energy at the same time. And those are created by quarks, and then you have string theory, which is kind of like when they discovered the God particle. And what is the God particle? It's basically the particle that creates other particles, if that makes sense. So there's really only one particle in the whole universe, and it's nicknamed the God particle, and then that creates all the other particles in the universe. And that's just created just by pure energy. And where did energy come from? Well, energy just came from the Big Bang, which is a conclusion of the whole universe. Used to be a lot smaller and very hot. Well, Bryce, how would you know that? How would you know that? You can't just go back in time. You can't just look back in time and figure that out. Actually, you can. Actually, you can. Because you guys know the speed of light, right? The speed of light. When you look at the moon, when you flash a light at the moon, it actually takes 1 second to get there and 1 second to get back. So 2 seconds goes by actually when you shine a light at the moon before you actually see the light in the moon, because of the speed of light. And the sun is 8 minutes away. By the way, not where you want to join Realm now also. The speed of dark is faster. Actually, the speed of dark is also the same speed as light. But I like the joke. The sun is 8 minutes of light speed away from the Earth. Meaning it takes 8 minutes for light to reach the Earth from the sun. Right? So the further away you look, you're actually going back in time. Because when we're looking at the sun, we're not looking at the sun right now. We're looking at the sun what it looked like 8 minutes ago. Does that make sense? So how do you look back in time? All you have to do is just point your telescope further and further and further away into the universe. And when you look far enough, you can see what the universe was like. Trillions and trillions of years ago. You could see what the universe was like. So we literally know what the universe looked like that long ago, and we can conclude that it all came from essentially the Big Bang. No, speed of dark, gravity, and everything, that's all the same speed. There's no such thing as dark, it's just the absence of light. For example, if you're saying that the speed of dark is faster, what if we turned off the lights on the sun? Would we see that immediately? Or would we see that in 8 minutes? We would see that in 8 minutes because it would take 8 minutes for the absence of the starlight from the sun to reach our eyes. It's the same speed. Does that make sense? Now, where'd the Big Bang come from? That's a great question. Now, string theory predicts that the Big Bang essentially came from multiple universes colliding, causing energy from two universes to combine, but we can't see the other universe. However, we can mathematically conclude that there is one. Actually, there's infinite ones. And that's where multi-universes come in, and yada yada. So, does that answer your question of how are we created and why are we alive? Because I basically just explained why the universe is alive, where it all came from now backwards all the way to the beginning. Did I teach you guys anything? Did you guys learn anything from that? Hope you did. Yeah? Alright, well tell me what you learned. Nightmare, what's... name at least 2 things that you learned. That I said that you did not know. If you want to say a third thing, then go ahead. But what are at least 2 things that I said that you didn't know? Speed. Okay, speed of light. Okay, great. Barrier? Faster? I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean. Speed, barrier, faster? I don't even think I said the word barrier. I meant more so like concepts. Like how the universe is formed, or how elements got here, or the stars, and... or evolution from natural selection. Did you learn anything from that? But I hope that answers your question of where we came from. Or, I mean, hey, if you don't want to follow the science and you're just like, nah, I just think God did it all. Okay, that's fine. It's just we have found more accurate, provable explanations for where we came from other than that, but you can believe whatever you want to believe. You can totally believe whatever you want to believe. No shame in that. Bryce, I'm not gonna lie to you, my mind is dog water. It's okay. That's fine. At least we tried to learn something. Hope somebody listened to all of that. I was like, oh, I learned something from that. He said something I didn't know before. I hope anything I said helped. Bryce to drink dog water. That's awesome. I mean, dog water is the same as human water. Did you know that? We actually drink the same thing. Did you guys know that humans and dogs drink the same water? Yeah, it is both. Both are dihydrogen monoxide. Yeah, but in a bowl. I mean, have you ever drank water out of a cup? Have you ever drank water out of a cup? Because the answer is yes. Right? Great. Now, can you tell me the difference between a cup and a bowl? Because you can't. They're basically the same shape. We didn't get all of it, apparently. Man, some of that wood is so hidden. D'Angelo98, hey, can you try out my realm, please? Yeah, you can totally invite me. Why not? Why not? Why not try it out? D'Angelo98, welcome. I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Are you a returning subscriber or are you a new subscriber? You're a returning subscriber? Sweet. But D'Angelo, have you subscribed to all my other channels? They are linked in the description. You got Bryce Barnett, you got Bryce Barnett Vlogs, you got my news channel called Purple Toilet News, and you also have my dad's YouTube channel. He also does Minecraft like every day. His name is Inspector, etc. Have you subscribed to those yet? Yeah, I think you could just invite my profile. It's Smickledorf. Yes. It's Smickledorf. It's Smickledorf. Send it to me on Twitter? Yeah, that's probably better. You have so many accounts? Yes, I do. Yeah, just subscribe to all of them. I can't promise I'm going to join tonight, but you are welcome to invite me and maybe I'll check it out later. What are your guys' favorite story? What's your favorite story that's ever been told? In a song, or a movie, or a video game, or a TV show? What's your favorite story? What's your favorite story? D'Angelo, my Twitter is linked in the description. You can send the code to my Twitter. And do you have any rules on the realm? Any rules? No hacking, that's it. Okay. Yeah, you can send me the code to join the realm over Twitter. My Twitter is linked in the description. You just message me on Twitter. Will it play the realm on stream? Probably. Probably at some point. Just to hop in for a sec. If you send it to me right now, I might even hop into it tonight on this stream. What's my user? So, my username for this account is... It's Bryce Bamet. It looks like Bryce Barnett, but I took out the R and the N and combined it with an M, because if you put R and M, yeah, R and N right next to each other, it kind of looks like an M. And I already had Bryce Barnett, so I couldn't do that twice. So it's Bryce Bamet. And most people don't even know that. I think it's the first time I've actually even said that. But yep. That's the Microsoft account name for this account. But again, just send me the code on Twitter and I'll just join. Llamas, you're totally in my way. You'll send me the code? Okay. Do you mind if I type the code in on stream? Sent it to me on Twitter. Sweet. Can I just say the code in the chat and you can join? Well, Jeff already sent it to me, so I mean, you can if you want. D'Angelo, you subscribe to all the other channels? Let's go to the realm. Okay, sweet. Let's see. Oh yeah, we did got new subscribers. There's a couple tasks I gotta do really quick. I gotta turn all this wood into emeralds. And use the experience to heal my tools, and then I gotta strip another layer of that area over there. That's actually what I'm trying to do this whole time. That's the code. Cool. Well, I mean, Jeff, if the owner is cool with it, then I'm cool with it. I don't share codes for my realms. We don't do that. And that's bannable. But if he's cool with it, then that's cool with it. Do we have enough wood yet? Or no, we don't have enough wood yet. What do you guys think? One more? Let's do one more. Oh. Wow, that's pretty impressive, D'Angelo. I'm surprised it hasn't completely gone to shit. Unless it has. You have anti-cheat? Okay. Oh, I'm full. So let's get rid of these. Best Realm 2.0, nice. Alright. Is that enough? Are you not entertained? There we go. Oh yeah, let's start replacing the saplings. Check your crafting. What? 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 I don't like when it's like, oh, you placed it. No, 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 like that. Like, no, it's like, oh, no, you didn't. You thought you placed a block? Pfft, get out of here. Come on. Oh, that's it. What? I'm out. I'm really out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
The time is 4 a.m.
For me, it's 4 a.m. over here. And Pacific Standard Time. Alright, so now that we got a bunch of wood, let's go spend it. Actually, I should probably go to sleep right after this. I got an interview in the morning, boys. Interview in the morning. Oh, yeah. I have to join the realm. Oh my gosh. All right. Thanks. All right. I'll do this fast. Give me your effing money. Thank you. What, are you trying to sex him? You need consent, boy. Huh? You. Oh, sticks. Oh, I just got the Master Trader achievement. Nice. Sticks, of course. Great. Alright, everything is fully healed. So many blocks of emeralds. Alright, you guys want me to join some realm? Welcome back, Jeff. Alright, what? What's the realm? Let's see it. Gave me the code. Oh, thank you. Okay. Alright, what's this realm all about? Let's see it. Let's see it. Oh, I have to download some stupid pack. Why? What the heck was that texture? Minecraft end update? Oh, okay. Makes sense. Holy moly. Let's add you. Let's add you. Let's add you. Add you. Add you. Add you. Add you. And add you. Oh, we're in a beacon. Got it. Hello and oh my gosh, there's so many pages. There's so many. Oh my god, I'm dyslexic. I can't read all this. All right, well, I don't need that book anymore. And oh, there's command blocks. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Cool. Well. Oh, that's awesome. Definitely survival. Yeah, this is definitely no cheats happened, especially with that command block. This is definitely a survival world. Definitely. Oh, and I like how it's teleported. Definitely survival. Definitely no cheating happening here. Yeah, I really bet I could get achievements on this realm. Super excited to be playing with achievements in this world. Cool. Thanks for hitting me. I don't really like that. What the hell? Ew. What is this? What the heck? I don't... What does it even do? What does it even do? The necklace is part of the skin? Hi! So... Jaguar helmet? And it looks like this. Oh, it's such a good helmet. It's so good. I'm wearing it. I'm wearing the helmet. You guys see? Oh, look at that helmet. It's so cool. Ah, so cool. So cool. Oh, soul armor. Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, really, really cool. And you guys see how cool this armor looks? You guys see? Look how cool I am with the armor on. Look how cool I am. Look. Oh man, you cannot oh man. You think you could have handled me before? Well, look at me now. Look how cool my armor is. Look how cool it is. Oh man, this is best realm ever. Best realm. Best realm ever. Oh hey, how's it going? We got a Mobzilla apparently. That's cool. Wow, it's a really cool survival world, no cheats. Super cool. Nice, definitely normal sword. Okay. Butterfly? Alright, cool. Mine has no cheats. Thanks, I guess. See, okay. You guys see in the bottom left corner where it says Bryce Bamette? That is my Minecraft name. Because it looks like Bryce Barnett. And Bryce Barnett is one too many characters, apparently. Well, I appreciate everyone being here. But we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. Oh man. Yeah, it is 4 a.m. Time for church, everybody. Time for church. Oh yeah, let me put the oak back. Well, I hope you guys had fun. I appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you subscribe to the other channels and so you can see the next uploads and whatnot. And it'll be fun. All right. Is anyone live right now? Is anyone live? Should we raid somebody? Should we raid? You guys want to raid? Let's do, yeah, let's search Minecraft Bedrock. And then do live. Minecraft with subs live. One person watching. Oh man. Oh, they're ending. Oh, they just ended. Oof. Well, we can't do a raid if you're not live. You have a friend streaming? Oh, we got a message. This guy sounds Indian. Looks like they speak English, though. Oh. Really, only subscribers can send messages. Oh, that's cool. Alright, we'll subscribe. And then we'll say... hello. And then we're gonna raid. Alright, so... as usual... We're gonna say... it's gonna be hashtag Bryce Barnett raid. Just like that. It's gonna be hashtag Bryce Barnett raid. You guys ready for this? Alright. So go raid, go raid, go raid, go raid, go raid. Make sure you just say hashtag Bryce Barnett raid. And there we go. Let's go there and see his reaction. How do you guys think they'll react? So hashtag Bryce Barnett raid. I'm gonna copy it. There we go. Bryce Barnett raid. And Bryce Barnett raid. Alright, go raid him, go raid him, go raid him, go raid him. Go raid him. Alright. Well, this has been fun. This has been fun. Alright, well, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you very much. And until next time, later days.